Starting your own business is like having a child. In the early years, you have complete control, but over time, you have to deal with someone that has their own interests, their own will, and their own ideas. As your business grows, it can be difficult to relinquish control and trust your team's ability to do things properly. So let's talk a little bit about making the transition from CDEO, or Chief Doing Everything Officer, to Chief Executive Officer. Logically, it's easy. Hire the right people, put the right processes in place, put in the right oversight, and empower them to make decisions. So why is it so hard to do in our businesses? I heard a great expression today. We are not logical creatures who sometimes act emotionally. We are instead emotional creatures who sometimes act logically. The emotion that drives us the strongest is fear. So here are a few specific tips about dealing with the fear of relinquishing control. First, speak your fears out loud. I like to do it into a mirror. I know if you have never done this, it sounds weird, but I promise you it works. Let's say, for example, you have an important client that you've worked with your entire career, helped you grow the business, but you no longer have time to deal with them, and you need to have someone else manage them. You need to turn the lead client management role over to someone else. You are rightfully afraid that this will damage the relationship. This is what it might look like when you're talking to yourself in the mirror. Say I'm turning it over to Megan. Megan, this is a very important client, and I'm afraid that transferring the primary contact from me to you will damage the relationship. Megan, I've seen you in action. You know the industry, you know the business, you know the customer. You have the skills and experience to do a great job with this client. But I still fear that if you never get to a valid reason for your fear, let go of the rope. However, you may also get to a valid reason. If you do get to a valid reason, address it directly with the person to whom you are delegating. That may sound something like, in this instance, Megan, I know that you are aware that this customer may perceive this as a slight. How should we handle that? And that's the second enormous key to overcoming your fear of delegating. Ask the people to whom you will delegate how they would go about solving an issue without supplying your own solutions. Learn to ask instead of tell. Being afraid and not being able to delegate is about not trusting the intelligence, judgment, wisdom, and problem-solving ability of others. The only way to learn their ability and develop that confidence in their ability is by asking and listening, not by telling. Your team wants to work for you. They want to feel needed, and most importantly, they need to feel trusted by you. That can't happen if you're the CDEO. Eventually, you have to hand the car keys to the teenager. It's the only way to become the CEO that you really want to be.